There's something that I've been thinking about for quite a while, and it has to do with a couple of things. One is this attitude of those who have not chosen to exercise their Second Amendment rights or be part of the armed lifestyle, coupled with whether or not one should open carry or concealed carry as a matter of practice. And these two things kind of came together in my mind, and not because of any tactical advantage or disadvantage of concealed carry versus open carry, but rather the fact that you and I, men and women, who have chosen the armed lifestyle, whether we open carry or concealed carry, are different from and think differently than those who have chosen not to do that. We, you and I, represent something that those who don't are afraid of. Now, there's a saying, and it's attributed to a bunch of different people. Winston Churchill is one of them, but I take it to heart, and I think you should too. And that is, we sleep safely in our beds at night because rough men and women are willing to do violence on our behalf. And that scares people. That scares people because they know they need rough men and women. They need us. But they don't want to know that we're there. They only want us to be visible when the need arises. And you hear that. You hear that in the news reports. Armed citizen stops mass shooter. And what do the sheeple say? We're so glad he was there. We're so glad she was able to draw a gun and protect her fellow employee from getting hurt really badly from an intruder. They know they need the violence that we are capable of delivering on their behalf. But they don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see the gun. They don't want to see the tool of the ultimate violence that could be used in their behalf. They don't want to see it because it reminds them of two things. One, that there is evil in the world, even though the world is not evil, and that violence is required from time to time to be applied on their behalf. They don't want to be reminded of that. Whether you're law enforcement, whether you're a soldier, or whether you're an armed citizen, the act of seeing the tool of violence is troublesome to them. An example. I was out the other day, and where I live, you know, you can carry open, you can carry concealed, you can carry knives, katanas, they don't care. But I was standing in line with this gentleman, and he had this 5-inch blade that he was carrying open. And when I looked at it, I smiled. I did. I said, I wonder what he's got that for, right? And then it hit me, I thought, well, because he's not skinning mules or anything, that's his tool that he's going to use. Why he didn't have a gun, I don't know. Don't care. But the point is that I recognize that this gentleman had the ability and the tools to use violence, right? And when I've seen someone open carrying a gun, I immediately say that person has the capability to use violence. They're law-abiding, they're peaceful, they're not misbehaving, but they can probably bring a ruckus if the need arises. I'm okay with that, but the sheeple are not. They don't want to be reminded. They don't want their children to know that there are rough men and women who are ready to use violence on their behalf. Because on one side they say violence is bad, on the other side they wish it was there. So my view has become, I would rather conceal carry so as not to alarm the sheeple, so I can move freely among them and not create unnecessary trauma. I have open carry. I have not had any significant reaction that I have been made aware of, but my point is this. There will be more and more people who walk around us and would not know how to handle being next to someone who has the ability to use the kind of violence that we are capable of doing on their behalf. So I'm thinking, why not go with the flow? If I can conceal carry, that's what I'm going to do. To me, it has nothing to do with a tactical advantage, because those things are transitory. It does have to do with why create a mental stir. I'm not here to try to change the culture, change people's minds, because they need to see people with guns. That can be argued in a different video. But I thought I'd put this out there on why I think concealed carry is a better idea in these days and times. You probably have different thoughts, or you share these, or you have some different ideas. I'd love to hear them, and I think the others in this community would like to as well. So please feel free to put your thoughts down below. As always, thanks for watching. Carry on.